For those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Jackson. And I'm just going to quickly introduce our series for today. So the first Matter series, Black Matters, a celebration of Black History Month, was not simply an after-school event in February 2016, but a place where students and staff gathered, listened, and validated shared feelings and experiences. In February 2017, the event was held during an X block. The auditorium filled nearly to capacity. Now, in February 2018, as I open our first all-school assembly and celebration of Black History Month, I am overcome with pride and emotion. As a person of color who was raised and attended schools where many of the students, staff, and curriculum did not reflect my cultural identity, it is difficult to convey my gratitude for the power and beauty of this event. When I began my career in Somerville Public Schools, I looked forward to working in an environment where I represented something to my students that I did not have. After working here, and in the wake of recent national tragedies and debates, I realized, though, that a diverse staff and student body do not automatically undo the biases shaped by what we see, read, and personally experience. But I am proud to work with a group of forward-thinking educators who are willing to be learners alongside our students. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, Somerville High. Thank you for joining us for our third annual Black History Month celebration and 10th Matter series.
Today we are here not only as students and teachers, but as activists, singers, poets, and performers advocating for racial equality.
Before we start, a couple of reminders of performance etiquette. For one, it is not easy to come up on stage and share about such a topic that is so personal and so emotionally charged. Please respect our performers by remaining quiet, silencing your phones, and for time's sake, withholding all applause until the end of all our performances. Thank you and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Flo, and I'll be showing you all a video centered on the biased thoughts on how Black African Americans speak. The speaker, Jamila Scott, is a trilingual speaker, and she shows the audience how she speaks English with her friends, family, and colleagues. In middle school, I noticed that when those who spoke Haitian Creole get comments like, "Do you do voodoo? What are you saying? Can you please speak English, please?" Or they'll try to imitate the language. However, in today's society, suddenly everyone wants to speak Creole because they want to join the wave. Back then, Haitians were perceived as weird because the language they spoke. Although I may not speak Creole, it's frustrating that there are people who base our intelligence off the language or style we speak. Don't try to make someone's language a trend. Don't try to learn it because you think it's cool. And don't speak it because you're not ready to accept a different type of language that isn't English. It's not a trend, it's a culture. And when someone says "sac passe," "wagwan," or "what's good," don't be quick to judge them. It's just another way of saying hello. So, now from this video, I hope that you understand the message that it brings forward. Thank you.
Today, a baffled lady observed the shell where my soul dwells and announced that I'm articulate. Which means that when it comes to enunciation and diction, I don't even think of it because I'm articulate. So when my professor asks a question and my answer is tainted with the connotation of urbanized suggestion, there's no misdirected intention. Pay attention because I'm articulate. So when my father asks, "What kind of thing is this?" my articulate answer never goes amiss. I say, "Father, This is the impending problem at hand, and when I'm on the block, I switch it up just because I can. So when my boy says, "What's good with you, son?" I say, "I just fall out with them people, but I done." And sometimes in class, I might pause the intellectual sound and flow to ask, "Yo, why these books never be about my peoples?" Yes, I have decided to treat all three of my languages as equal because I'm articulate. But who controls articulation? Because the English language is a multifaceted oration subject to indefinite transformation. Now you may think that it is ignorant to speak broken English, but I'm here to tell you that even articulate Americans sound foolish to the British. So when my professor comes on the block and says hello, I stop him and say, "No, you're being inarticulate. The proper way is to say what's good." Now, you may think that's too hood. That's not cool. But I'm here to tell you that even our language has rules. So when mommy mocks me and says, "Y'all be mad going to the store," I say, "Mommy, no, that sentence is not following the law. Never does the word mad go before a present participle. That's simply the principle of this English. If I had the vocal capacity, I would sing this from every mountaintop, every suburbia, and every hood. Because the only God of language is the one recorded in the genesis of this world, saying it is good. So I may not always come before you with excellency of speech, but do not judge me by my language and assume that I'm too ignorant to teach, because I speak 3 tongues. One for each: home, school, and friends. I'm a trilingual orator. Sometimes I'm consistent with my language now and switch it up so I don't bore later. Sometimes I fight back 2 tongues while I use the other one in the classroom, and when I mistakenly mix them up, I feel crazy like I'm cooking in the bathroom. I know that I had to borrow your language because mine was stolen. But you can't expect me to speak your history wholly while mine is broken. These words are spoken by someone who is simply fed up with the Eurocentric ideals of this season. And the reason I speak a composite version of your language is because mine was raped away along with my history. I speak broken English so the profusing gashes can remind us that our current state is not a mystery. I'm so tired of the negative images that are driving my people mad. So unless you've seen it rob a bank, stop calling my hair bad. I'm so sick of this nonsensical racial disparity. So don't call it good unless your hair is known for donating to charity as much as has been raped away from our people. How can you expect me to treat their imprint on your language as anything less than equal? Let there be no confusion. Let there be no hesitation. This is not a promotion of ignorance. This is a linguistic celebration. That's why I put trilingual on my last job application. I can help to diversify your consumer market is all I wanted them to know. When they call me for the interview, I'll be more than happy to show that I can say what's good, what's agwan, and of course, hello. Because I'm articulate. Thank you.
Recent events have underscored the importance of teaching Black history to all students, to everyone. In her famous TED Talk, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie warned us of the danger of a single story. We have seen what happens when our leaders, local, national, global, reduce entire groups of people to a single story and base decisions upon that narrow, limiting understanding. In our department and our school, we try to make sure students learn a variety of histories, a variety of narratives, so that no one people gets reduced to a single story. But we can do better, and we need to do better. Hopefully these beautiful images of the work of talented African American artists will enrich and expand the images you already carry around in your minds.
Ill will make the beat down, see, down, see, down, see.
does it mean to be black? Lit, fun, always looking fly, no worries, laid back, always down to go to a party, being amazing at every sport you try. Whether you're from the Caribbean or from Africa, you have to be a fool, right? Being black is obsessing over shoes rather than your GPA, right? Focusing on being the life of the party rather than controlling your own life, right? Alienating all of your black peers for getting good grades and not being good at sports. Playing on the court instead of working in one. Submitting to the black stereotypes instead of breaking them like y'all be breaking ankles on the court. Getting upset because your father isn't there and turn around and make the same goddamn mistakes. Don't tell me that's how I have to live. Being black is not about being loud, obnoxious, and ghetto. It's about having to slave twice as hard just to get half as far, day in and day out. Being called the N-word and feeling the whips on our backs and the shackles around our hands and feet. It's about getting shot and said that it's our fault, but when the white man shoots up a school, he needs help? Don't tell me that's how I have to live. But it's also about love, peace, hard work, talents, and culture. Beautiful, deep brown skin that reflects our deep roots. We're loud because we're screaming for the freedom that we have been denied for hundreds of years. So when y'all say I'm black and loud, no, I'm black and I'm proud.
I don't need you to love me. I don't need you to love. I got my sister. I can feel her now. She may not be here, but she's still mine, I know. She still loves me. Got my children, I can hold them now. They may not be here, but they still mine, I know. They know I still love them. Got my house, it still keep the cold out. Got my chair when my body can hold out. Got my hands doing good like they're supposed to. Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to. Got my eyes, no they don't see as far now. They see more, but how things really are now. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Gonna hold my head up. Gonna put my shoulders back and look you straight in the eye. Gonna flirt with somebody when they walk out. I'm gonna sing out. Sing tree, and I'm thankful for every day that I'm given. Both the easy and hard ones, I'm a living. But most of all, I'm thankful for loving who I really am. I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm beautiful. And I'm here. Brown girl goes to school with her hair in braids and long skirts. Brown girl is the only brown girl in the classroom, and even though she knows perfect English, she misses math class to go to ESL classes with the other 7 brown people in her grade. Brown girl leaves her accent in her locker in order to get out of ESL, but doesn't achieve for another 3 years because brown girl's mother had to come to the school with her broken English and tell them to get her out. Brown girl rode the bus for the first time and had her braids pulled by other brown girl. Brown girl isn't asked where she's from, but she's met with, "You're Mexican, right?" Brown girl doesn't know where Peru is at age 6 because family doesn't talk about it. Brown girl is told to keep where she's from a secret. Brown girl thinks strangers are just soon-to-be family members. Brown girl doesn't know her illegal status. Brown girl sits at family reunions and hears the word negro being used, but everyone around her is white. Brown girl family fails to realize that brown girl has African heritage because of her father. Brown girl doesn't meet her father until she's 8 years old. Brown girl is in middle school now and is told by white teacher to go back to her own country. Brown girl is asked if she's been to Peru and doesn't know how to answer. Brown girl stays quiet in order to survive. Brown girl sees her uncle pushed to the ground and put in handcuffs for trying to stop a fight between the neighbors. Brown girl asks friends to sleep over, but parents won't let them because she lives at the trailers. Brown girl's mom forbid her to see Dominican friend because he's negro. Brown girl's family calls her morena, but when she tries to explain her heritage, people laugh at her for mentioning African heritage. "You're Hispanic," they say. Brown girl's AP Spanish teacher tells her she's not Hispanic, she's Latina. Brown girl hates having to choose. Brown girl hates speaking up. Brown girl hates segregation. Brown girl hates herself. Brown girl hates having to stay quiet in order to survive. Brown girl hates having to stay quiet in order to survive. Brown girl hates having to stay quiet in order to survive. Brown girl doesn't know how to be brown. Brown girl is told she's a gringa because of her accent when speaking her broken Spanish, but brown girl's family told her to spend hours practicing English. Brown girl isn't afraid to speak her native tongue at schools despite the detentions received. Brown girl is tired of you assuming where she's from. Brown girl hates having to have a label. Brown girl says, "F your label." Brown girl loves being brown. Brown girl is proud to be brown because this brown is beautiful. Brown girl taught herself to show her skin when asked for her papers. Brown girl tells them in the language she knows best that she isn't afraid anymore.
So this is a piece that me and my sister wrote, and we're gonna share with y'all. What Black history means to me, can I break it down truthfully? Despite the fact that Black people had to live as if we were never free, as if we could never be. These beautifully dark melanated humans in a social society. Black history is the rising peak into our ancestors' time. Can I step out to have Black history be the story of you and mine? Black history was a constant phrase that could we just let freedom ring? Because I don't think the blasts from the past even have people listening. Black History Month is narrowed down to just 28 short days. So I'm sorry if I feel quite offended that we don't get as much praise. Opposing civil rights, Black votes manipulated. Power over character isn't what we demonstrated.
I am the black child. Black history shaped me.
The past is the reason why I get to shout out I am free.
The past is the reason why I got to walk down on these streets.
The past is the reason why I get to walk out smilingly.
I ain't ever gonna Black Lives Bravery my heroes bring. To celebrate victory of being black is a blessing. I wanna take black history all the way to its highest reach. I wanna have MLK shout out the success of his own dream. Malcolm X to the quest to find out where history will lie next. MLK Jr. had the power to give us the brighter future.
I don't wanna be the cage bird Maya Angelou had already sung. I don't wanna fly on a broken wing as if I had just become undone. Black history is our history, black history shaped me. And that is the black history me, I hope you took that truthfully.
Voices praying day out day and trying to keep at mental ease. They're sick and tired, all the hate and doubt that you put into these. Give their minds the will to grind and strain. It's time taking the bring that mountain down right to their knees. I swear it freezes 0 degrees in the jungle where we fight for rights, where they pluck our feathers and wonder why we can't take flight, where they try to justify even when it ain't feel right. Then they knock us right back down for trying to get right. It seems to me that we ain't free no matter how relieved we feel released from the shackles that once held down the feet. Cause at the end of the day, when you think God, you see the problem. See your brothers hoping that they live past 23. They know the feds watching, waiting for a killing spree to blast the life of a man. So goddamn willingly and mentally, our mothers and sisters screaming hysterically, cause constantly they're bending their back, supporting mouths to feed.
To the heavens, no man, no weapon form against us is glorious. Destiny will be ours. It will be ours.
It ain't never enough, but I guess they've helped us enough. I guess that's why we're rich tough. We know that things can get rough.
Yeah. One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day.
It's this cycle of oppression that we're so adapted to, that those who aren't affected, they see it as a non-existent factor, that the black community has enough, that we are treated like everyone else, when the truth is, we are looked down upon in every little thing that we do. When will we have the free shoulder that is not weighing us down with every feather of doubt that society places on them?
Men become legends. They say, stand down, but we stand up. Oh, one day, glory, glory.
Everyone say glory. Glory.
Glory one day, yeah.